everyone, Mac.Gamer 0515 back with another video. In the last Enforcer video, I said that I would wait until tomorrow to post another one, but I thought to myself and I said, why make them wait? So here I come back to you with another Enforcer video. The game is just loading up now. And this will be the video where we start up on a completely new game and career. So this means that I will be back to the bottom of the rank, the lowest rank possible in this game. I will be earning the minimum amount that I could be earning, and I will not have upgraded weapons. And none of those special vehicles. So let's do this. Okay, here we are. This is the introduction to the game. So here it's either asking me to choose from normal or realistic mode. In normal mode, the player cannot really die. They will respawn at the hospital when dead and will lose score. Also, there can only be one mission at a time. In realistic mode, the challenge is much higher because there can be up to 3 missions at the same time and the players will lose their character when they die. For this season, I am going to do normal mode, and I am going to be a male officer. And my name is Alex. So I will just leave this up on the screen for a few seconds so that you guys can see the different controls. I'm going to scroll through it. If you want to stop and see, you could pause the video. And the rest of it is just explaining criminals, the transport, towing, and all that. But I'll explain as we go. Okay, so this right here is my house, as you guys saw in the last video. Here's the normal police interceptor. And I will be walking through the doors now. Okay, so if you want a tour of the house, you could see that in the first episode I put up. But now I will just be going on duty, and we will be starting our first day as an officer. And each video will consist of one shift. So the video should be about 15 minutes long, 10 to 15 minutes. I believe is how long a shift is. When I start getting subscribers, if anyone thinks I should do 2 shifts in one episode, just let me know. Or maybe I could do episodes like this every day, and then once a week, maybe on a Friday or on a Saturday, I could do an hour-long video, just to throw around some ideas. Okay, so my first mission is drunk drivers. Test drivers using the breathalyzer to ensure security and safety of pedestrians by arresting drunk drivers. So I am going to set up by the hospital. No, actually I'm going to set up by the police station. Right in this area here at the end. Park my vehicle right here. Turn off the siren, leave the lights on, and I'm going to get a traffic rate. What the heck? Okay, let me pick that up. Traffic radar. I'm going to put this right on this corner facing there so that it catches every vehicle. At least it should. I'm actually going to put it here because I don't know if that will catch everything. And I'm going to grab the other one, just put it over into the trees as we did in the first video. And as I was saying in the first video, it is $3,000 that we start off with in the very beginning. So here, that's hidden in there. And I will throw out some traffic cones to stop everyone in this general area. I'll probably line them up here so that no one could get through. And then I'll just let all the traffic come in from the other end. Or do 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe the limit on these is 9. Let me run over to the other end and do the same. That good. Should I put another one there? Yes. Put some here because sometimes drivers decide to just plow through whatever you put. I'm actually going to turn these lights off now so that the traffic doesn't get scared, as you can see over there. We are actually dropping that mission, and we are going to get to the drug dealers. I believe this guy is right in here. Yep. This is where they normally are. So I'm going to get down from my vehicle. I'm going to pull out my pistol. I'm going to get closer towards him. He pulled his gun out on me. 4 shots. So I'm collecting all this evidence here. And now I need to call an ambulance. So that was the first complete mission. And now we are going to go back to doing the breathalyzer on people. and I'm obviously going to check when I'm done with the video, but if anyone has any issue with audio, that they can't hear the game, they can't hear me, the screen is doing wacky stuff, please let me know so that I could solve the issue. There shouldn't be anything wrong, or if the graphics on your screen are bad, if you know it's not your computer, if there's a lot of lag on my side, please, please, please let me know. So we're going to apply it to, well, that's not even what I had to do. I had to do the breathalyzer. Found nothing, it's clean. Okay, free to go. Use breathalyzer. Okay, so we are going to ask the person to get out of the vehicle since they have a high level of alcohol in their system. And to check her ID. And I am going to double check. And now I will arrest her. And here I could just call up. Okay, buddy, you didn't have to get out of your vehicle. So now I have to call for the tow. So I can take away both trucks. Did that get him to stop? No, wrong button. Use breathalyzer, nothing, it's all clean. Okay, you're free to go, buddy. Okay, nothing there. Oops, I can't, I press tab, okay. Okay, so we are going to drop the breathalyzer mission and go and find the missing person. Seems like if it's right behind the police station near the church. Looks like if there's a vehicle here, a person, I'm going to get distance away from them, because I do not know if they are armed and dangerous. Right, pull myself up right here, get out, pull out my pistol again. So let's call an ambulance for both of these ladies. First I'm going to call up a tow truck for this vehicle over here. And then I will call up the ambulance. Okay, so I just ranked up, as you see here. I am a corporal. So I believe that is the second rank, because I have not ranked up yet, yes. And once I get to senior trooper, that is when I will unlock the ability to customize the vehicles, and then the other vehicles are mods, or not mods, but secret codes that you could add on to the game, and I will have to find those again and add those to the game so that I could have the undercover vehicle, the Tahoe and things like that. I think what I'm going to do this game is, let me count how many promotions I want. 2, 3. There's 15 and there's 7 vehicles. I do not want to use the motorcycle ever, so that brings it down to 6 vehicles. So every 3 vehicles I will switch, And then once I become the chief of police, then I could be whatever vehicle I want to be. So for the first 3, I will continue using the Interceptor, and then I will switch over to the Charger. Okay, so there's an injured persons. Way over here. I believe it's in that parking lot. Nope. I'm wrong. This is the wrong turn I made. See, as I said in the last video, I'm not the best driver. Yes, it is in the same parking lot as we were in before. Okay. Well, for some reason, all the alarms of these vehicles are going off, even though I only hit just one. I'm going to go back by the station. Out of all the vehicles that we're able to have and the ones that I've tested, this is the vehicle with the best traction in my opinion. Okay, so I'm going to use breathalyzer. Free to go. Okay, so it's midday. I was gonna say it's very early. But these guys, that guy looked like if he was speeding. Tell him to stop or her to stop. Tell whoever is driving this vehicle to stop, because this vehicle is definitely speeding. The vehicle is speeding. Apply ticket. Let's double check to make sure he is not drunk. Okay, so he's just a crazy driver. Free to go. So this last lady will be my last person to use the breathalyzer on, and then it would be the end of my shift. Mission complete. Free to go, lady. I don't even know what the results were. I wasn't even paying attention. So I'm going to pick up these cones here. So this midday traffic could get through. Let me remove these cones over here as well. I'm going to do this to get home quicker. Oh, which way is it home? Is it a left, I think? Oh, crap. There's some vehicles it's confusing sometimes because you don't know which vehicles will pull over for you. Sometimes you'll try to dodge them and they are the ones that pull over. And then you crash anyways. Okay, so let's see, what is the timing on this video so far? It's about 20 minutes. And that's because of the intro. So I am going to do a second patrol, actually. Let me just go off. Confirm this. Go back, and I am going to sleep. You see, I got paid there. The base pay is 200, and since I am a corporal now, it is 400. Sleep 7 hours to get all that good energy back. I'm gonna eat because my guy's hungry. So you can tell on the top left. And here you see how last game I had a nice pretty couch and a TV, and I believe I had upgraded my bed once. But that is not where you want to really invest your money in, unless you are at the end of the game. You have every vehicle, civilian and police. Well, the police vehicles don't cost anything, but you have reached your goal of every weapon. You have everything that you could possibly buy. Then there is when I would recommend you investing money into your house, apartment, whichever it is. Okay, so I'm going to turn off here. I'm not able to stop there. I'm just going to turn on all my lights and get to the station as quickly as I can. For most of these road check missions or breathalyzer missions, see, that's exactly what I was talking about. I was trying to curve out of the way, and okay. For these breathalyzer missions and road check missions, I do like to be stationed near the station to do them. So what I normally do is I drive through here, and I pull up right in between these two, not cones, but signs here. And you will see every time I get out of my vehicle with the sirens on and the lights on, it will have me pull out my weapon because it thinks it's an emergency. So here I'm going to get the traffic radar and stick this right here. The other one I'll place right in front of this truck in front of me, instead of doing it over there. Then I'm going to retrieve cones. So I'm going to do 2 cones. Again, it's very late, like it was last shift, so it's very slow in the beginning. You'll most likely get calls. Okay, so that's the maximum amount I can place. That will tell me if the vehicle has a problem or not. No, but I'll check anyways. Check plates. Oh, there's actually a problem with this vehicle. So I'm going to apply a ticket. this man will be free to go. Any other vehicles coming either way? So I believe what I'm going to spend my money on first is the assault rifle, because here is the SMG. I believe this is what this is. I'm not exactly sure because it doesn't give me names. But I'm going to invest in the top line of a gun. You can see here's my taser. And again, the issue where you need to reload, which I wish it would do automatically for you every time you're done. A lot of the times that I died with my last character was because I would be shooting, right? Let's bang, bang, bang. The guy, here, let me just use my last 2 bullets because this is what would happen to me. So 1, 2, and then the guy's right in front of me, and then I'm shooting, and by the time I notice, the guy already has 2 bullets in me, or a well-placed bullet. Okay, so let me reload this gun. So there's a missing persons. Let's see where this is on the map. I don't even see it on here. Where the heck could this person be? Definitely not on my map. It's like I could zoom in or out of this map, can I? No. Just zooming in and out over there. Let's play in this view for a bit. Let's drive around a bit. So, oh, okay. So I see where the person is. Let's zoom it back in. The person is over here at the end. I believe this is the road that, yes, the road that I had to take. A lot of the times, these people are armed and dangerous. So I do like to get down from the vehicle with my gun drawn. I will show you the comply move. If I press C, this guy will comply. Or not. Why didn't that work? I have no idea. That's the first time that I use it and it doesn't work. So I always like to call for the tow truck first, and then ambulance, and lastly police if needed. So normally in a case like this, I would call tow truck, then ambulance for the injured person or the missing person, and then I would call the police to arrest the guy if, in case I wasn't headed back to the police station. But like, for example, since I am right now, I would have just taken the guy back myself. So I just drive, well, I thought I was going straight, but I turn over to the left, and the police station is here. And I still need to check for vehicles with issues. So at this point, I am just going to drive around, follow a vehicle, light them up. Do I have the, let me Look at the input keys. Compliance, traffic orders is C. Okay, confirm. If I use it with a combination of numbers. Pressing all the wrong buttons today. So for some reason it didn't let me have the person comply from the inside of my vehicle, so I had to get out. And I will, while I'm at it here, I'm just going to check this guy. Okay, buddy, don't run. I'm just going to check your vehicle, man. Okay, so this was a problem. The guy was speeding, and there's a problem with the vehicle. So I'm applying a ticket, and it seems like so I'm going to frisk person. He is actually wanted by the police. Now I'll use a breathalyzer. He was acting very weird, and I will arrest him. And I will call a vehicle for him. See, with these traffic stops, it's great because you never know what you could come across. Sometimes the person gets out of the vehicle. With me, it's happened that the person gets out of the vehicle and pulls a gun out on me. So there's a whole bunch of different scenarios that could go about when you are playing this game, especially when your role for the day or one of your missions for the day is traffic. What I might do is, from now on, is choose a day where if I'm going to do traffic, I need one more, so I'll just, this guy will be my victim. Oh, okay, bye lady. Check plates, problem with the vehicle, so mission complete, and I will apply ticket. So right now I am a senior trooper, and I will be taking my vehicle to the mod shop to see what mods I could perform on my police interceptor. Okay, so I'm going to enter. Okay. Well, I believe that this is more important, so we are going to head back. So first I need to stop at the police station because I need a warrant. So you can tell that the guy is very close to the police station. For some reason, this is the general area of all criminals. Well, not all criminals, but mostly murderers. They're up here, so I'm going to ask for a warrant. The warrant will be ready in X amount of time. So that means that I have that amount of time to have to wait for the warrant. And then once the warrant is put in place, then I will have a certain amount of time until the warrant expires. If I knock down the wrong house, if I screw something up like that, then that is it. Then I will need a... What happened to my murder guy? I hope it didn't glitch out. I believe it was this house. No, it wasn't, because it was further upward this way. There's a house here, and there is. I believe this is the location. Well, this was the location. Of the guy. So you can see there, the lady is running. So I'm going to ask to open the door. I'm going to open the door since I have a warrant. And this gives me jurisdiction to, and what I always like to do once I open the door, I do like to circle the house to make sure there's not another exit or entry point, especially in a situation like this where the lady is running right towards me. Let me make sure this gun is loaded up. My taser anyways. I'm going to be aiming. Come on. Oh, she's there. That is her, so I'm going to use a heavier weapon. Oh, okay. Okay, so she surrendered, and I shot because my thing lagged out. So I definitely want to call her an ambulance right away, since she did comply with the law, and she did want to surrender. So I'm going to do a sweep of the house. Even though this is not necessary, it is something that I like to do. And I'm going to use a pistol instead of the heavy gun. When you don't have time for a warrant, or you forgot a warrant, you could knock down the door. Let's see if it'll still give me the option to do it on this house. No, it's already open. But it will allow you to knock the door down, but that will take away from your score. And that is something that you don't want happening, because that is like the only way you could rank up. So that is not something you want. Let me just put the sirens on so I could get back to the mod shop in the quickest time possible. So I hope I could start getting some people watching my videos. If you do happen to stop by at this video, please make sure to watch the video. Oh, all the vehicles are available. Perfect. Still that one is locked, but I'm gonna stay with this one. I like this light bar. That looks nice. Visual style. I'm going to stay with the normal black and white, and the light bar I like red and blue. Would either look like that, red and red, or red and blue. I think red and blue looks the best. Okay, so this will be the end of my shift, and it will also be closing up to the end of this video. You know what? Let me do the speed radar. Sorry for the messages that you see in the corner. For some reason they're not coming through to my phone. So what am I going to set up? Right here on this corner I'll set up. So traffic radar. Boom. Boom. So hopefully someone passes by through here. Just gonna crouch here and wait for that to happen. If not, I will have to move to a busier section of the city. Come have something wrong with your vehicle. So the issue with with the traffic radars is that you never know when you'll actually catch the person. Okay, crashed right into that pole. I have to change my sensitivity levels, because that was an issue last time. So for some reason, a lot of the missing persons reports are over here by this church or cathedral. So I'm going to have them comply. The comply button isn't working. The next time I get a call like this, I'll try to do it with the taser. Maybe the pistol is too much of quote-unquote force. So that was the tow truck that picked up the guy's vehicle. And now it's time to call for the ambulance. Perfect. That is mission complete. And that will be the end of the patrol. You will guys now see me drive back home. And that will be the end of it. I am going the right way. As soon as I jump up the rank from senior trooper, I will switch my vehicle to the Charger, I believe is the next one down the line, or the vehicle that looks similar to a Charger. And I am talking about the Dodge Charger. So that will conclude our second episode for today. The first of the series. So thank you very much to the people that watch this. Please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. There you go. You see, since I'm rank 3, I now get paid $600. And I will be saving up to about 6,000, because that is where you get, oh, I didn't even set the hours right. That is where you get the heaviest weapon. So that would be the first thing that I am doing. Thank you very much.